Water runoff has always been a factor in agriculture. However, its consequences have recently gained the ability to be disastrous to those downstream from areas largely covered by farmland. The introduction of pesticides in widespread use through the last century has introduced chemicals into runoff that can have harmful effects to people, plants, and wildlife downstream. If pesticides and other pollutants are not properly used and contained, then the problem of runoff could become detrimental to future health of the environment and possibly even deadly.
Off Highway 16 in Georgia lies Penelope's Peaches, a small orchard with around 400 currently fruiting trees. This small plot of land was once part of a larger orchard, making the soil perfect for peach trees, and being one of the reasons that owner, Scott Clements, chose the spot. However, even this small orchard is not free from the effects of runoff. On the west side of the orchard is a saddle that has caused erosion and oversaturation of water around trees, leading to their eventual death. This is not the only place either. The entire orchard is on a slope, leading to runoff going down and into draining areas. Because of this, Clements tries to prevent his use of pesticides and other chemicals using old farming techniques, such as painting the bases of his trees. He even runs all of the irrigation systems off renewable solar power. But despite these methods, the use of pesticides and herbicides is unavoidable in modern agriculture. However, Clements is not unaware of the problems that pesticides and runoff can cause. He has many safeguards in place to prevent any excessive or dangerous amounts of chemicals reaching important runoff or watersheds.
However safe and careful farmers are in their use of pesticides, the question must be raised of who is at fault for the potential negative effects of pesticides, the farmer or the manufacturer of the chemicals. Whoever is at fault, the effects of pesticide runoff are clear, with over 200,000 deaths a year due to pesticides and 3 million cases of pesticide poisoning. Overuse of pesticides is also something agriculturists must be aware of. The overuse of pesticides can cause a decline in the populations of beneficial microorganisms in the soil. This decline reduces nutrient absorption in the soil, which has a negative impact on the very plants the pesticides are trying to protect. This can result in pesticides becoming less effective over time due to overuse and insects becoming more resistant.
Modern agriculture has made the use of pesticides and other pollutants unavoidable. It has fallen on the farmers and other agricultural industries to fall in line or fall behind. We may not see all the impacts immediately, but that doesn't mean they aren't there. Many types of wildlife, orchards, fields, rivers, runoff, etc. will be highly affected in the future. In the present, these pesticides may seem like an easy fix, but we must look at the long term. It is our responsibility to try and reduce as much environmental effect of this as possible. We see farmers such as Clemens from Penelope's Peaches doing all in his power to reduce his environmental footprint. We may not be able to completely stop the harmful impact, but we can certainly reduce it. Follow in Clemens' footsteps and look forward to protect the future.